So let us now look at this sutram in detail, which is Krityaha 3195. It's a Adhikara sutram. It runs from 3195 in the Ashtadhyayi up to 31132. So it runs from 3195, which is Krityaha, and it goes up to 31132, which is Chityagni Chityecha, Chityagni Chityecha, and that sutram comes right before Nul Trichau. So the vritti of this sutram says Nul Tricha Vityataha Parak Kritsanyaha Syuho. Actually, in the Kashika, the sutram itself is stated as Krityaha Parang Nulaha. So the Kashika makes it clear that this sutram, this adhikara, stops right before this Pratyaha Nul, which is prescribed by 31133. So in short, this adhikara goes from 3195 to 31132. The Siddhanta Kaumudi has a sutram just as Krityaha, that much only. The Kashika has a longer version, which is Krityaha Parang Valaha. It means the same thing. The Kashika just makes it clearer where the adhikara goes up to. Now, why do we need to give these affixes? Why does Panini want to give these affixes a special sanya of Kritya? Kritya Pratyaha. Kritya Sanyayaha Prayojanam Kim. What is the use of that? That is so that Panini may refer to these affixes as a group in sutras such as 3470 Tayoreva Krityakta Khalarthaha. So Kritya is used by Panini in the sutram 3470, for example. Another quick example would be in the sutram back in 3.3 of the Ashtadhyayi, Tritiya Pade. There again Panini uses the Kritya Sanya, refers to the Kritya Sanya in the sutram 33113, Kritya Luto Bahulam. So basically Panini has to perform certain operations, use these pratyas in a collectively. They undergo some operations or they take some prescriptions. So it is economical to have a sanya of kritya for these affixes which are prescribed from 3195 to 31132. The affixes here are this affix tavyat, tavya, aniyar, prescribed by 3196. Then we have this affix yat, prescribed by 3197. Then we have this affix kyap, prescribed by 31109. And we also have the affix nyat, prescribed by 31124. So all these affixes get dikritya sanya. Now the next question comes, which is a question we should always keep in mind, is that any affix which is added, we have to ask kasmin arthe prayujyate, in what meaning is that affix to be used? Just because we got the affix, we got the form, we got the derivation, sometimes we get lost in the derivation, forgetting the basic fact that this affix conveys some meaning. What is that meaning it conveys? And to get to that, we have to first look at a broader sutram, which is Kartari Krit. This Kartari Krit gives us the rule, is a rule for telling us in which meaning as a default, as a starting point, in which meaning is any Krit Pratyaya to be used. Now recall, we already discussed that the Kritya Pratyaya are a subset of the Krit Pratyaya. The Kritya Pratyaya are a subset for the Krit Pratyaya. Krita things start from 3193. It goes all the way to the end of chapter 3. Krityaha goes from 3195 to 31132. So this sutram Kartari Krit is giving a prescription for any Krit Pratyaya, including the Krityaha, but as a starting point, as a default. It's going to have some exceptions. But as a starting point, we will take a look at the sutram Kartari Krit. Kartari Krit, because that tells us that any Krit Pratyaya as a starting point, as a default, should be used in the sense of the agent of the action. That is 3467 Kartari Krit, which is the next sutram which we need before we can get to Tayoreva Krityakta Kalarthaha. So before we can get to this sutram, this sutram 3470 is what we really need here. but that is an exception to the more general rule 3467. So we should look at 3467 first.